Hey, Nick here. It's January 1st. I'm just gonna go for a walk, and if Hope is open, I'm gonna go in there and clean the bathrooms. I forgot to go in there last night, but the reason why I'm making this quick video is because I touched on something about my motives contaminating my results at Hope when I worked there, volunteered there, and ended up working there from 2019 to 2020. I mean, I stopped working there earlier last year while we were on furlough. But anyways, it wasn't just like because when I originally just started going to meetings, there was kind of like I wanted to meet people, and I was hoping maybe meet a woman or two. Like just, and it's not definitely don't do that. Okay, I learned from that experience. Don't. That is not the place to go meet women. Do not ever do that. Just trust me on that one. We can make a video about that later or something. Or so. But yeah, like they say don't do it, don't do it. You don't want to be that guy. But anyways, it wasn't just that. Like when I started working, hosting meetings, I had to put that aside, as much as I could at least, and make that not, that could not be like the reason I was going in there anymore. That had to go, But then it became like, the motive, I guess, the impure motive at that point was trying to look smart, and that was just part of who I was for so long. Like I just didn't. People, obviously, I know now people don't really appreciate that characteristic in a person if they're trying to look smart. And then this is the thing. Like, okay, what it is I people want to be. They want to get validated for the things they put effort into, And that's what it was. It's that term, that word, validation, again, that keeps coming back. And that's why I thought about that. I wanted to make another video because, so it was like needing to have feeling like I needed to have my feelings validated by like my family members and my peers was a source of frustration for me. But that was me doing it to myself. And I just couldn't see that. I couldn't see that, and I just saw all this stuff, and it was like so clear to me now that I'm embarrassed and ashamed almost. But I'm glad I got past that. And I just wish it wasn't so long. But then so there's that, and then okay. So another way that validation was contaminating my results is the smart recovery thing, and that's also. Like some people that they in my life, they enjoyed being around me, they enjoyed my company, but then there was always this thing where it's like if I found something interesting, I was gonna explain it 9 out of 10 times or something, and like, I'm sorry I did that, I guess, but yeah. So, but the thing with smart, it was good. I loved the experience. I got into it way too fast. I didn't quite understand it. Even as a facilitator, I was still like under the impression that smart recovery doesn't encourage a support system because, the script that we were reading was saying we don't do the buddy system, and that like anchored itself in my mind that we don't do the buddy system thing from hearing it every day and then reading it, and for a long time till I just stopped reading that script because. I was able to make my own, thank goodness. But, all right, see, that's passive-aggressive behavior right there. Okay, I might call myself out in the video. I'm poking at somebody who made the script. Okay, there, I got to stop doing that. It creates a negative vibration that'll come back to me, another way. That's, that negativity will contaminate future results. Like, maybe I just came off like a jerk. You know what I mean? To people who knew what I was doing. So, see, like, making these videos, like, I'm doing this for me, and if even one or two other people learn from these videos, it'll make it, it's a good thing no matter what. I'm just rolling with it, you know what I mean? But, so, yeah, that was it, like, smart recovery does encourage a support system. Smart recovery doesn't require people to be atheists. You can have a higher power, it's just smart recovery doesn't incorporate that higher power into its programs. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with smart recovery. It's just a little mechanical, kind of. Not very many people are scientifically inclined towards it. It's just it's more of an entertainment thing for some people. You know what I mean? To go to the meetings and hear about it and learn about it. But it's hard to implement it. It takes time. It's nothing. It's not a quick fix. smart recovery tools, and they're not just for people using. Like, that's the thing about smart is it's good for preventing getting the efforts. Like, a lot of people though that use, they just want to learn just how to avoid getting the efforts, like right when they're about to get the efforts. Right when they're on their verge of getting the efforts, they want to know that quick fix to get out of that situation somehow, some way. You know what I mean? Like, that's not smart recovery. You know, smart recovery is going to get you following smart recovery guidelines and tools and implementing them into your life and keeping a journal. You know, if you're not, you know, like not a diary, but that helps too. But just writing things down, things that you learn, situations that you're in, and writing notes to yourself, things that you think are intelligent, ideas you come up with on your own. Because you never know. I've gone back and looked in notebooks that I wrote in and was like, oh, who wrote that? That's good. And then I was like, oh shit, I came up with that myself. I forgot I even thought about that. Like, doing that is good. And, you know, but anyways, like, all right, back to my original point was that because I was hosting, I don't know, 4 or 6 meetings a week or something, you know, and the people, there's just almost the same people, you know, in the evenings and in the mornings, and you can only do the ABCs and the CBAs so many times for the same people, and so I would try to come up with other ways, and I know we'll get into other things altogether that were kind of peripheral to what smart recovery was about, but still along the same God message. But I got into doing a presentation. I didn't follow the oxygen mask rule. My life was deteriorating, you know, at home. Nobody could tell I was doing good in school. I was doing good. Everyone thought I was doing good at home. But, you know, I wasn't doing good, even as far as the using, because I couldn't tell the difference between what was moderate use and what was abuse anymore, because there was such a gray area. Being able to, like, create my own recovery, which is good. Everybody, I'm not knocking, like, recovery plans where people like, okay, I'm going to just smoke weed 3 times a week or something, or I'm just going to use coke once a week, like, or once a month or something. There's really recovery plans where, like, if you tell your recovery coach, yeah, I'm going to just use heroin once a year, they're going to be like, all right, well, let's incorporate this one-time heroin use into your recovery plan. Like, that works for some people. Not everybody needs to, like, you know, hardcore or whatever, AA, you know, strict NA, whatever. Like, no, not everybody needs that. Some people just quit without recovery programs. But I'm just saying, like, I need a nice structured program, kind of like what AA offers. Like, but I don't see any reason why I couldn't do well with smart recovery tools, like, helping me. And this is the problem, I guess, is what I don't like is that, I mean, in the way the AA people were right. Like, I used to be like, darn those AA people who don't like smart recovery folks. But I saw the difference, because somebody from AA that's, like, being completely abstinent might go to smart recovery meetings with people that are creating their own recovery, and then become friends with them, and then find out, oh, you smoke weed all the time, and then start smoking weed all the time, and then they're not... You know, that'll mess up what they were trying to achieve with AA without, you know, incomplete abstinence. Or something to that effect can happen. So why open yourself up? See, I've come full circle on these kind of things. Now I see the AA people's point of view. Now, before I was judging them, you know, but they were right for what goal they're trying to accomplish. And with smart recovery, it's just kind of anything goes, kind of. You know what I mean? In a way... I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to knock it. I'm just saying, smart recovery, I recommend people just take the tools from it and just use them, and then go to AA, kind of. But don't go to smart recovery meetings, because you might run into people that are drinking and you know, people that are, like, you know, creating their own recovery. That's all you know. But yeah, and the validation thing, yeah, trying to look smart ended up, like, just, it's like much of my life, I think. If I liked people that came to smart meetings, they liked me. If for some reason I felt like I didn't like someone, I would rub them the wrong way, and then they wouldn't like me. And then there was probably other people that were like, why does he act like that? I don't like that. Like, if you know, people that were just off to the side watching, like, I know now I didn't put forward the quality product. Like, I'm willing to admit that and come forward and say that. Like, to anybody, like, according to the standards I live up to now, as far as, like, hosting meetings and those types of things, being, you know, trying to be of assistance to people, I was unprofessional. I didn't know what I was doing. And that's the crazy thing, is I was the facilitator. I was supposed to be the one knowing what I was doing. You know, I was like the assistant to the local coordinator. You know, there I am with that passive aggressive, you know, that communication. Like, I gotta get that out. of my way of communicating. That's got to go. It's just so. Anyways, all right. Well, that's enough of me. Thank you.